Turanga, and you may think she's a tiny baby, some months old, but Turanga here is almost 2 years old.
So she's a
So
midget.
of course, there's something wrong with Turanga. Turanga is not growing because she prolapses. Every time she goes to the bathroom, the anus go out. They say that's super painful, but we help her with that every time she goes. Thankfully, it's just like once a week. Side, we have white crowned parrots, a blue crowned parrot, and a beautiful rainbow toucan. There, it's the white crowned parrot, Garrett the parrot, and Blackbeard here. Garrett the parrot and Lorenzo, as well as these guys here, were pets. They were all confiscated as pets. There are 3 things in common with these animals when they are pets with the parrots. First, they usually have poor diets. For example, Garrett the parrot was fed with milk and bread. Makes no sense. Birds don't drink milk. She fell from the nest and she hurt her head, or she was born like that, and maybe that's why she fell from the nest, or was kicked out from the nest, or something like that. These are theories. We don't know that. He doesn't have any eyes. He was born like that. He was brought to us when he was a tiny baby. I didn't know that until I was working here. So releasing a turtle is very hard. When we have a turtle coming in because she was injured, or people found it like somewhere, we need to know exactly the place from the river, that they took it like out, so when it's healed we can put it back there and don't create like a mess. So we can, please, so we won't stress them. If for some reason I see they are getting very stressed, we need to get out of there. So we are going to behave, and I know that that's taller than the other one, so we can all
What is wrong with
here.
him?
Exactly, like you can be. Okay, she's doing something very interesting, and she's going to pee on all of us right now. No, I'm joking.
I was about to be out of here. I thought she was gonna throw shit or
She won't do
something.
that. Okay. Very cool fact is that this is the only monkey group that has females, alpha females. Right? That's very interesting. The only one is what we call matriarchal, right? I said correctly? Matriarcales. A female alpha society. From the bird cage to a supermarket, she was put on the tourist's shoulder and $15 the photographs. And that is why, guys, we just decided to create a law to prohibit taking pictures with wildlife. We encourage that behavior. People believe they can do profit from baby animals, and that's just awful. When they are not cute anymore, and because they have huge cannons, they will just throw them back into the wild, and that's basically throwing them to die. Closed garage with a leather collar attached to a pole on the ground in a 2 meters per 2 meters space. That's very awful. And Paquito, if you see when he's walking, he will do like this. Let's see if he do his life attached to something, you see? So he will kind of do like this, like he's, you see, like that. Like he has something in his neck. We believe that he's just used to doing that because he's done it for most of his life. When he came here, he didn't have a lot of hair. If you can tell, his body is a little bit different from the other monkeys.
I thought it was just because he was old.
Butt like that, and like a belly and stuff. Because he was sitting down most of his life. He came here with fat, with solid fat in his butt and pus like coming out. They clean all of that. His muscles were super atrophied, like they never moved before, and he was losing hair on his back. Now you see that he has all of his hair. Now, for example, those cages, those baskets, that we put up there was for him to climb for food. So now, as you see before, he can climb. He can be more like a monkey than before. Same as of Dada, her wing is not strong enough, it's not capable to fly anymore. Wilana was saved like by a miracle because most of birds die in the paws of the cats, right? You can see we have 2 iguanas. Tulipa,
there's the other one.
the orange iguana, and Good, the green iguana. Both of them are male. So Mama Mia is the mama of Abba. Now she's very big, that's why I have to take a close look to see which is which. Guess what? She was burned. Her left arm was so badly burned that we amputated. So Mama Mia here only has 3 limbs. You can find, but of course she doesn't have her weapons, right? Because this animal, this is a 2-finger sloth. In English, you may call it 2 toes and 3 toes. That's not different. So you can tell here, for example, Ava was grabbing you can see she has 2 fingers. They look like nails, but they're bones. They don't grow again. You see, she's super clumsy. So yeah, that's why in Spanish we call it 2 fingers or 3 fingers, because the toes will always be 3. This one is very much different from the 3 fingers. This is very feisty. They will fight. They are fast. The 3 fingers is a little bit more slow. He's always chilling. This one is it moves faster. It fights. That's just a big difference because the other one won't fight. Like fighting for real now. Oh my god. That's cute, right? That's
I know.
a Margay, the second smallest wild cat that we have here in Costa Rica. His name is Diabolino. Even though he looks like a cute tiny cat, he's not. He's a very, very wild animal. He lives in the trees.
Oh my god.
That's his natural environment, the trees and the branches.
Right?
And he's such a good hunter that he discovered how to deliver food to his branch. Actually, he's going to look for food. Sometimes they feed him there, so he's looking for his plate. He's like, where's my food?
It's time.
The animals walking like this, the cats, right? All the time, next to the glass or in circles. Of course, they are stressed out. Like that's a stress sign, right? That behavior. Because in the zoos, they don't give them places to feel secure and kind of hide. Because as I told you before, wildlife usually try to hide from humans if they're smart enough. So here we're lucky that Kibu likes that one because he has another house there that he never goes there, so we can see him here. Look at the spots, he's so beautiful. Floki is a 2-finger sloth, very special because Floki was born with 1 finger in each limb. That's kind of odd, should not be like that. Of course, that's a genetic mutation. What happened with the genetic mutation, animals with that cannot go back to wild because they may bring the genetic disease to the next generation. In the wild, the mamas will not invest energy in a baby that is not going to survive by itself, right? It's kind of hard to hear that, but it's normal. That's why we don't see like many handicaps in the wild. So they built this nest and they brought eggs from the North Caribbean. So we do have great green macaws there next to Nicaragua. And the eggs hatched, they flew, they mate, and they came back. And now, you know, that's nature. You shouldn't get close to Coco neither. Hunt there. Uy. Una iguana.
I thought a whole branch fell. Like
I didn't know where to run.
I was like, where
should I run?
yeah, mad fast.
Wow, huge. Someone from Trinidad.
And we are going to release 2 king cashew that they were raised here since babies, Lupa and Rondon. I'm like, you know, like when the mother is gonna see the babies. And 2 raccoons, 1 boa constrictor, 1 fer de lance, and some opossums. So
I love it.
big day.
Oh, look at the monkey over there.
The keepers.
Big day today. So thanks to you, because without you will be impossible our job. You know that nobody is helping us, and even with the pandemic, so we are struggling for try to do the best for these amazing animals. So thank you for being animal lovers. Thank you so much for your support.
And we try to heal them to put them back to nature, right? That's our main purpose. But sometimes we cannot do it. Like the bird that you just saw here, we call him a brown booby. He's a seabird. And she came to us with her wing completely broken. So she cannot fly again. You should know, because we're going to see many examples like that. Well, not super many, but some of them. With birds, it happens that they have hollow bones. So when they break, they turn into little pieces, and it's very hard to fix a fracture of a bird. The main difference between a zoo and a sanctuary, very important. Guys, in the zoo, people will catch completely healthy and in good condition animals, and they will lock them in just for our amusement.
That's animal
Quite
disease.
selfish. In the sanctuary, we have the animals that cannot go back to nature,